I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, King Philip. I'm Danny Dumais from KPTV, and this is your morning news. In sports news, after a 4-0 shutout against the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Washington Capitals will face the Vegas Golden Knights in the 2018 Stanley Cup Final. Now over to Liam Hagen with some Stanley Cup predictions.
Who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
I think the Washington Capitals are going to win just based off they have more experience. I think that the Golden Knights just aren't going to be ready for the finals and they're just going to be crapping their pants.
Ovechkin to show.
Right. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Nick.
Who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Vegas, baby.
Who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Vegas.
Who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Vegas. Pretty good.
Vegas Caps, who you got?
We'll see. I got Caps winning tonight. We'll put them at 3. Then we got the Knights winning the next 2 nights. Bring it Game 7. Battle it out. But I'm Knights.
Who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
The Capitals.
Win the Stanley Cup.
I think Vegas.
Alright, thank you for the predictions, Liam. Now we're heading over to Nick Lutfy with a story on the KP freshman baseball team.
Thanks, Danny. I'm here with the KP freshman baseball team on what has been an outstanding season with a 15-5 record. KP took a loss in Mansfield 7-6 for their final game of the season, where first-time starter Alex Sawyer had a solid outing pitching 5 innings and letting up 3 runs. The offense for KP was led by third baseman Patrick Zarba, who went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and drove in 3 RBIs. The offense had 3 players who had multiple hits, anchored by Zarba, Ethan Hurwitz, and Jake Silveria.
Pitched by Alex Sawyer, reliever Jeff Bowes was put in the game by the King Philip Warriors, and he let up 5 runs, leading to the King Philip loss. Even with the loss, the King Philip Warriors won the Hockomock League with a 15-5 record with a 3-game lead over Oliver Ames.
Thanks, Nick. Now we're heading over to World News, where we have an update on negotiations between North Korea and South Korea.
At this scene, leaders Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae-in crossed borders to each other's countries to signify a first step into peace. The countries have been enemies or at war since June 25, 1950.
I think that it's great that they're bringing up negotiations and coming to common ground. I take everything with a grain of salt, though. Really not sure how much I would trust Kim Jong-un's negotiations and his word, because they've gone back on their word before, so I proceed with caution. I think it would be great if we could de-escalate the tensions between those 2 countries and then North Korea with the rest of the countries in the world. It would be good to de-escalate the tension. I don't think they'll ever merge to one Korea. There's distinct differences between their core values that I think they're pretty divided. Yeah, I think they're going to ask for economic benefits. I think they'll want to improve their economy and their country, and we're turn, they'll give, say, world peace and less tension between other countries.
So this is a major economic and commutative step for both countries going forward. As relations between the two Koreas, China, and the United States have been opening up, there has been huge global changes. A peace treaty is in the works for the countries to make up, and at the front of this is United States President Donald Trump, whose actions have resulted in his nomination for a Nobel Peace Prize in relations with other countries. Overall, the peace talks between the two countries have spread new light to the world. I'm Nick Lutfy, KPTV. Back to you, Danny.
That's all the news we have for this edition of Wake Up Warriors. I'm Danny Dumais from KPTV, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Every day I'm shuffling.
I knew that was coming.